Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of 401k Real Talk. This is Fred Barstein, contributing editor for wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge. I review all of the industry stories and pick out the 5 most important and interesting ones, providing open, honest, and candid discussion you will not get anywhere else. So let's get real. First story is about the April job growth, still strong at 428,000 new jobs, which is the same as March. And we're at close to record unemployment in the last 50 years. And the economy has gained 95% of the 22 million jobs that were lost during the pandemic. And we also saw a decline of 363,000 workers. There is now 1.9 jobs for every unemployed worker, causing increased wages, which results in inflation, due in part to the Great Resignation, more people retiring than expected. McKinsey, on the other hand, estimates there are 23 million untapped labor pool. And the question is, will inflation cause retirees on fixed income to come back to work? Regardless, benefits, especially financial benefits, and particularly retirement plans, are even more important than ever to recruit and retain workers. RPA should be fashioning their services to address these needs. Focus on the why and not what you do. In other words, not the triple F. Second story is Broadridge FI 360 division announced a retirement income consortium with 8 providers to create a due diligence tool for retirement income solutions. Just as FI 360 did with mutual funds and DC plans, they're trying to provide RPAs with a simple comparison tool. We still need to address the bigger issues of portability and aversions of plan sponsors and participants to annuities, which they equate with high fees and loss of control. Some are saying the Secure Act has created more interest or opportunities for in-plan retirement income, asking, will that Secure Act do for retirement income what the Pension Protection Act of 2006 did to target date funds? Next story is a recent research by LIMRA showing strong interest in PEPS, pooled employer plans, with more than half of the plan sponsors, smaller employers, interested in learning more, especially those with 10 to 99 employees. So the key here is they're interested in learning more. The reasons for those that are not interested is they have a plan, so why change? They're fearing loss of control and less service as a result of joining a PEP. Big reason that they want to join, one of the big reasons is lower costs. But is that real, especially for plans that don't have an audit? Larger plans are adopting PEPs to limit work and liability, especially with all the lawsuits. Lockton at the end of 2021 said they had $5 billion in their PEP. And we're seeing institutional investment consultants using PEPs to move down market. Paychex is seeing significant interest and robust sales of PEPs. Many TPAs are opposed, especially those that are not able to or want to act as a pooled plan provider. FinTech record keepers like Vestwell don't really see the need, other than Smart, which raised $280 million last year and has 70,000 PEPs in the UK. So there's still a lot to be done in PEPs, and we'll see if it really does take off, but certainly a lot of opportunity and interest among smaller plans. Fourth story is in an effort to protect their constituents and not slow momentum for new plan growth, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is speaking out against the recent spat of cookie cutter lawsuits. Though mostly versus larger plans, some law firms are copying the complaints in new lawsuits, with more expected as a result of the Supreme Court Hughes case and the fact that a majority of these cases are won or settled by the plaintiffs. So though Schlichter takes credit for lowering fees, especially in the larger plan, which might have trickled down, the potential damage is could smaller organizations decide it's just not worth the risk, or maybe join a PEP. And then the final story is is about financial wellness, and a column that I recently wrote that got a lot of interest on LinkedIn with, is financial wellness a siren's call or an oasis? The opportunity is immense. 110 million DC accounts, 23.6 trillion counting IRAs and defined contribution plans, and the need by 97% of participants for financial help that cannot afford traditional financial planning. There's access and trust at the workplace that is not available in the B2C market. So there's two big impediments, along with a few others. One is engagement. We still have not figured out how to engage people to use the tools and the services. And second, there's no viable revenue model yet for these 97%. We're also seeing issues like the old record-keeping technology, data issues, and really the need for a new business model to serve the 97%. Some are really succeeding, record keepers like Schwab and Fidelity and Vanguard, and RPAs like CapTrust who are using wellness as a way to uncover the mass affluent or high net worth participants. This issue will not go away, and the need for it is so big. It's bigger than the old discussions that we've had in the past 10 to 20 years about how do we capture IRA rollovers, and the current discussion about retirement income. We need a holistic problems need holistic solutions, and sometimes out-of-the-box thinking. So those were the 5 most important stories that I saw from last week. I've listed a few others I thought were worth reading. Please let me know if I missed anything or you disagree with anything that I said. Otherwise, I look forward to speaking to you next week on 401k Real Talk, now available on wealthmanagement.com's RPA Edge omnichannel.